Greetings and welcome to Destiny and Dice, a Dungeons & Dragons stream. Our current campaign is set in Eberron. Today's episode is actually airing live as opposed to being a pre-recorded episode. And thank you to all of those who watch our stream, and we hope you enjoy our game. When last we met, the Shadow Slayers ended the Emerald's Claw incursion into Whitehearth. Rix was able to slay their leader, and by doing so pay back favors owed to the Traveler. In pursuit of the lone escapee, Bruce found that she didn't make it out as much as she wanted to, and that signs of the aberrant figure known as A1131 caught her before disappearing again. As the party joined him above the surface, they took a moment of silence to look around, and as they did, the ground began to shake and tremble, which is where we left off. So, Shadow Slayers, what are you going to do now?
Mad dash inside.
Take a nap.
Look around.
Yeah, I guess look
Mad
around.
dash.
Well, I'm for running inside if the ground is shaking. No. Does it feel like an earthquake? May I roll something to
I was
determine?
going to say, that's the worst place to go if it's an earthquake.
And I feel like my survival specialist ranger would know that. So I'd like to roll.
Go ahead and roll me a survival check.
I don't care. I'm running inside as fast as I can. I'll shift to do it.
I'm probably cursing and running inside.
Oh, never mind. I shifted already.
In your survival check, you immediately think about what's going on. Unable to figure out how big this tremor is going or how far out it's spreading. It's logical to think that the earth might be quaking. However, having traveled near the Mournland, you have an idea that sometimes the Mournland is just weird. Sometimes earthquakes are right at the borders. It happens. But again, it's one of those, it could be bad, it could not be bad, who knows. Cherry, however, has run inside.
Be careful! Stand in the doorways!
I'm gonna look around just in case there's something approaching.
Did they have
roll me
earthquake drills insurance?
Perception check.
Doing great.
It said earlier Bruce was looking around.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check too, Bruce. Nix, as you're looking around, your eyes are drawn to the spot where map. You guys want a map? Really?
Just
No.
go.
No? I'm theater of the mind all this. I don't know what y'all are doing.
Well, I don't know if the stream wants to see our reminders, that's all. The ones that tell us to use the bathroom.
To tell us to go potty? Well, I think those are very important. I think that humanizes us in a way. It reminds our watchers that, we're real
We
people
too
too.
have bodily functions.
You just can't turn off the dad thing, can you, Mike?
I really can't.
All right, everyone go.
Quick, Amy, sing one of the songs is about going potty. Don't actually do it. I was joking.
If you have to go potty, stop and go right away.
That's
Flush
trademarked.
and wash
We
and
should
be
not
on
say
your
that
way.
here on the stream.
We're educational too.
Verbal trademark.
We're educational.
Okay.
See, kid friendly after all.
Absolutely. Okay, map is up. Bruce is looking around. Jalira has run back inside. Nix, you don't seem to see anything. Nix, are you even out? Why do you never get put on the map?
No idea. She disappears on the map.
were
She
you-
was out here. She was.
It's that shadow step.
Yeah.
He shadow steps
He's
off
a
the map.
shadow ninja. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see Z either.
I don't see G.
Oh,
At least I'm not alone.
I'm going to.
okay.
Wherever
This
you
time.
I see Z.
So you said, just as a quick reminder, it's like things are just kind of, it's like basically like scorched earth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
As I was just going to say, Nix, your eyes, as though you look around, your eyes are immediately drawn to the burned tents the burned wagons,
And the woman.
some remains of a skeletal horse that Bruce hasn't finished dragging and throwing off the cliffside yet.
He wasn't throwing everything off. He just just wrapped up the
Oh,
one.
just the
body.
one, just the one body. Okay,
The woman's remains
Yeet.
are not there anymore, right? Or they're-
correct.
Correct. Okay.
Bruce yeeted them off the cliff.
Okay. You already looted her body, so she doesn't have the schema.
No.
I'm gonna go back inside and look for the schema.
Is the earth still shaking?
It is. It's definitely come down since the initial perception. Bruce, as you are standing on the cliff edge, looking around, you rolled a
17.
17. You don't see any creatures approaching from any direction. Looking down and like looking out in front of you, from your perspective, it doesn't look like the ground in front of the cliff is shaking, but it does seem like the cliff itself that you're standing on is what's shaking.
Okay. That's a remarkably good vision that as I'm vibrating, I can tell the other thing isn't vibrating. Bruce has been drunk before.
Bruce, Bruce, you're used to looking straight when your ship is sideways. I mean, come on.
What do you do with a drunken half-orc?
Was that it? Was that an innuendo? So, Bruce, if anyone else is still out there, Bruce would probably look and be like, "Do you think it's Allie? She was just up here."
I'm
I
done.
hope not.
I went after Jalera and to go back downstairs.
We should go. What should we do?
Zanim heads back inside.
So no one's responded to Nyx. Nice.
Well, Z's first response when the ground started shaking would have been, shoot. Except not that nicely, and then running back inside.
So Jalira was convinced that that was the sound of the rocks, the doors closing and locking them out. So she's inside, so to make sure to hold the door open. That's her purpose right
With
now.
her wee chipmunk body.
Yeah. Well, no, she was going to use the blue key.
Oh, that works too.
The door's gone.
The door's gone.
The door is
Blasted it open.
broken. It is like off hinge, put to the
that's
side.
true. Okay.
That was that shatter spell that happened last night.
Still, she's there to make sure something else doesn't close, because this is why far.
It's can't be trusted.
Bruce would probably rush over if everyone else is and be like, we should check on Oriana if Allie's
Yeah, I'm ready to search the bodies, but I'm also really worried about that helmet that Z talked about.
Well, also, if Z has some free spell slots, she was going to take a look at. Colin, let's go. And we run down the stairs while it's shaking, right? This is a good idea.
We're not going to fall down and into our own traps.
I got acrobatics
if it's
proficiency.
any consolation, Bruce was one of the last people to run, so if he trips, he's just falling on all of you.
It's like a snowball. No, a snowball of shrapnel.
I hadn't planned on making you guys roll,
Don't make
dexterity
us roll
checks
it,
here.
Mike. Come on.
What were those DCs you gave me?
Look, man, you told us that they had created creative ways to get around them.
So they're all destroyed by now.
So that significantly lowers the DC.
You guys run downstairs
Cautiously.
cautiously.
Maybe
Probably.
don't even run. We just kind of
I
step.
think Bruce is running, so he runs past all of you guys.
Well, I mean, if it's difficult terrain, I'll just use my dash.
I'll just
I
run
feel
on
like it
the
was difficult
ceiling.
terrain going up. I don't know if it would be going down.
Just grab like a large hunk of metal and go down it like it's a snowboard.
Well, I won't fall. I have shoes that'll prevent it.
Yay! Sweet.
There's no guarantee that if you're running
if
on
they're-
the walls that they got all the wire traps. Just run.
Rip.
Regardless, everybody makes their way downstairs. Let me make sure everybody is on this map before I swap you guys over here. token layer. Make sure everybody's here. I see a Z. I see a Nix. I see a Rix. Okay, I see a bunch of dead people. Everybody else is down there. Okay, cool.
Mike's that kid from The Sixth Sense.
People. Okay. Definitely been a minute, so those are gone. Okay.
Nyx would ask Bruce as they're running down, like, so did you fight Al, A1131, whatever her name is?
1131 8675309.
309.
Guys, we found out her last name. We cracked the code.
Just get shiny head from. Oh, don't even
Her
say
name's
it.
Jenny.
Don't do it, Mike. Don't do it. He's how he starts saying like
What were you
he
gonna
knows
give
he knows he's gonna get a private message from Jared with some comment too.
I don't know
Here
about
it comes.
private message. I was just wondering about Mike giving out shiny head.
So dead bodies. I'm gonna search the dead body.
Yeah, so as they're running down, Bruce is
Because if we're gonna die, we're at least gonna die with another piece of schema.
he'd probably kind of almost like growl as he looked around while running down the stairs and just be like, no, she ran off again.
Ugh.
Bitch.
You got a year and a day.
Probably a good thing you didn't have to fight her, but
That's probably
it is at the same. Because it took us a while to realize where you'd gone. Or at least I think. I have no idea. I actually don't remember much of the battle.
How did you get hit?
I don't know. Maybe a little harder than I thought.
Okay.
3 times.
Hop on my back if you need me to carry you. I could be...
I feel fine overall.
Just like Metal Gear again, you're just running down the stairs over and over again.
Just over and over and over and over.
Game is
You guys-
just grinding Metal
You
Gear.
don't have Laura on your back this time.
Okay, you make it downstairs.
Alright, I'm gonna start searching. I can't see anything. My screen's black.
Did I put you in a wall?
Maybe. Or you put the wrong bricks. Wait, no. I don't know.
Refresh. Maybe you're the problem.
Story of my life.
I can go down and get Odeon and call him and tell him it's safe to come up. Or do we want to go together?
Is it shaking terribly still? Is it any better, any worse as
It's
we,
stronger.
wander down the stairs?
As you're running down the stairs, you do feel the stairs are quite unsteady as you're running. However, you guys managed to get down without incurring any wrath or penalty from the traps that you guys laid.
Thank you.
As you get down to the bottom room, though,
Oh.
you arrive down here to find the room as you see it.
Yes, well,
I still can't see.
Rick,
I'm
I
not
don't know. I'm
seeing
trying to figure it
anything
out. Hold on.
unusual.
I don't think I'm on the right screen.
I mean, that's not
know,
not
maybe I
worrisome
am.
at all. That's fine.
Fine. What do you guys
Oh.
see? Whoa.
Alright, I'm back
It's
to the
what
I can
we
see that.
don't see.
This is the screen I can't see. I can like highlight my character, I think.
Oh,
No,
You're
I can't,
right.
I can't even
The
pick my
rumbling
character.
was probably the garage door opening.
but that's not possible for.
I
Is
can
it
see! Boom! I can see! Thank you. Oh gosh, where'd I go? I think I'm in a wall.
Over here.
I want to go check the garage door.
Oh, thank you. So I'm gonna check bodies.
The dragon head's gone.
I think we all are all like,
I stopped checking the bodies.
As you enter the room and look over there, you see that the entire support structure holding the dragon head itself, seems to have vanished. Roll me a perception check. Well, first off, who was the first one going down the stairs? That would have been Jalira. Jalira, roll me a perception check.
Followed by Zanim.
And then me.
15. As you came down here, you didn't see anything, but you did hear what sounded like stone tiles clattering together.
White hearth.
Did it go through the floor?
The garage door's down at the south end, right?
Yeah, that thing was monstrous. I wasn't going to be able to fit through that, was it?
The garage door is the whole side of the wall.
Oh.
The boat fits through it.
Was the dragon's head bigger than the boat?
I don't know if Bruce in this moment realizes the dragon head is gone.
It's like, I'm searching the bodies. I'm not searching the bodies. I'm now looking up like,
Wait, what?
where'd it go?
Jalira, as you move down to that end of the workshop, you notice that half of the progress on the boat seems to have disappeared.
As in, it was
Like
undone?
the top two layers that were there just seemed gone.
So there's like a half a boat.
There's a hold of a boat still remaining there. As you approach it, you could, if you lifted your arms up and pulled yourself up, you could chin yourself and look over and to see that what's left are the crates that were there used as a wall, and you could probably see Colin and Odiana's bed.
So it just got sheared off. Does it look like
From the
damage?
look of it, could you make me a dexterity saving throw?
Oh, yay.
Oh, rip.
The top 2/3 are invisible.
I mean, I've been watching too much Star Trek Voyager lately. There's a lot of options.
So as you're standing there watching, grab something to
No, don't.
demonstrate. Make sure I'm on the right
I'm
layer.
going to go with time shifted.
Dang it. Odie, grab the
That entire wall opens up. Two arms come out, like arms the size of, a dragon. Place themselves down on the edge of the boat and pull the boat into the wall as you watch. As it hits the wall, you hear the distinct sound of a wood chipper sound, and then the wall closes as that piece of boat is pulled in.
Wood chipper?
out of character. Who built that?
Where's Colin?
That would be the GM. He's been working on this for a long time and having a great time doing it.
Probably giggling to himself as he makes his maps.
Door?
When I look at the garage door, just like very tentatively.
Do we see this happening? I feel like we hear this at this point. We're like,
you probably
may
hear
not
the
have
sounds
noticed
of
that.
Cherry? Cherry, are you okay? Please say you're okay. Okay. What was that?
If we're rolling full of people, let's go check on Colin and Odiana.
The dragon, I think, is eating the boat.
Bruce may not notice the head's missing, but I think he definitely noticed the boat being eaten.
I believe
Let's
it.
go check on Colin and Odiana, because I'm not sure that Colin will be all right with that boat just destroyed.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
oh no.
She is jumping off the balcony thing, the catwalk thing, going.
So the red line on the left side of the screen That is the garage door.
Oh, I thought the grid down at the bottom was the garage door. Okay.
No.
Okay, so I thought that was the garage door.
Yeah.
That was my
The garage
assumption.
door
because
spans the
cliff edge.
entire left side of this work bay. And it
that's 3 times bigger than I thought.
It panel folds open like a chapel overflow divider.
What's that?
For you, LDS members, people. Watchers of ours.
Accordion. It's an accordion door.
There, accordion style. There. Couldn't
You're
think of the
an
word.
elf
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, so everybody stop searching. Like, Rix is no longer searching bodies or anything.
No. I have stopped mid-move motion when I noticed the thing was gone and then I heard the noise and I'm like, I cannot focus enough to actually investigate.
Is the trembling still continue to get worse when the wall opened or anything?
No, the trembling itself seems to have ceased.
Can I please look out the door?
Which door did you like to look out?
The garage door?
Okay, you gonna go open it?
Oh,
Not open. This might be a chipper.
okay, so what is this?
The one at the bottom is the wood chipper.
The one at the bottom is the thing that mechanical arms reached out, grabbed the boat and pulled it in.
I would like to look into whatever that is.
It's closed.
Did Callista know she stuck the boat right next to the disposal?
Please don't. We like you as a whole person. We don't want you travel-sized.
I believe it's still on.
What is your passive perception?
Who?
You,
Jalira.
14.
Bruce. Okay, everybody. Bruce, your passive perception is. Who's our lowest passive perception?
Probably
I have a
Bruce.
passive perception of 12.
12.
Me
If
too.
we base it on my rolls, I am.
Me too.
But I'm 17 though. I'm the highest.
Everybody has noticed that sections and panels in the wall begin opening, and as I said, as Jalira saw, mechanical arms smaller begin grabbing supplies up from the stacked supplies and pulling them into the wall.
What?
There is
blazes.
There is a kind of slurping sound as anybody paying attention, the level of glass lowers in the tank, and then panels start to come up from the inside and slide over top of it, encasing it.
Evacuate!
Elemental that's still in there.
The pipes that are attached to it start pulling back. There is a grinding sound where the pipe that is caught in the cracked pipe that had overflowed glass in it. And there does seem to be some structural problems going on. There's yanking and grinding, and it is not sounding happy.
Okay, you guys, we have to turn this off.
Okay.
We know where that
Mike,
controls are.
Mike, passively, just because I'm not doing a very detailed look. I'm just kind of glancing around. Do any of the dead bodies have a pack on them?
No.
Okay, so I am giving up the search for the schema. It's not here. It was probably on the sorceress, and now it's gone, which means Allie has it. Joy of joys. All right, that or they sent it off before, or it was upstairs in the destruction. I don't know, but at
Or
this
it's
point,
at Emerald Claw headquarters.
yeah, something like that. You might go to Karnath. So I'm going to stand on my feet and I'm going to look around and I'm going to say, we need to find Colin and Odiana right now.
And get to the transportation circle? Or do we want to go to the power station?
Probably power station first. I mean, I'm not there. I'm over in the back down here screaming.
We can try the power station first, but we need to do something immediately. We cannot stand here anymore.
Alright, Nyx is running. She's gonna go toward the power station.
Well,
We have open doors, and I think we can get there.
I think most of the doors are open at this point. We left them open. No, we
I still
closed them
think we should
behind
go
us, didn't we? To protect
Yeah,
them?
to protect Odiana and Colin.
We stick together because of keys. Let's go.
Okay.
Come on, guys, let's go. Go.
Okay.
Can everybody cluster in the octagonal room?
No.
Sure, except as
Can
expected,
I?
got myself
I mean,
stuck in a wall.
Kids cannot.
It's because I to select 2 characters at once.
Well, I mean, I have 4 tokens.
We look over and we see kids clipping into the wall, and we're like, oh, gee.
Kids just starts
Somebody
jumping for no
tainted
reason.
Laura's food.
Okay, I'm gonna train Fixer to carry Boomer and train Boomer to carry the lantern. I just
As
need his units.
the people up there how many leaders were there of the Emerald Claw? 3?
There was the sorceress, the paladin, the warlock. Actually, on my way
Dead
there,
guy.
Mike, I would have gone to the warlock to try to grab the crisp blade to see if it was still there.
As you touch the crisp blade, it dissolves into dust in your hand.
Okay. If he has anything on him, any sort of pack on him or anything that has like materials, like if he has another one of those potions or something, I just like grab his belt and then run. He can die. He's dead. He doesn't use pants.
He does not seem to have a pack or pouch upon him.
Okay. All right.
Weirdos.
Then I would have just run into the room after that. After he's
Do they
the
have
body I would
pockets?
have specifically looted. But yeah.
Who doesn't believe in pockets, backpacks, and pouches?
Men who design for
Fashion
women.
designers.
Sorry.
I think Bruce has the keys. And he's gonna toss them to, I don't know, who's ever there.
I can grab them and I will open
And
these.
He's gonna grab the paladin and the fighters' bodies and just carry them.
So I will have
both
the
of them?
keys to open the doors.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I still
Next
have you
week-
guys clustered in the octagonal
I'll go
room
back.
so I
I'll
can
go
just
back.
copy paste you?
Okay,
Copy pasta.
fast travel.
By the way, next, while everyone is running, and she is going to transform into Quinta, the old lady again.
Okay. You guys run, and again, running down the stairs.
Okay.
You get to the lockout room for the orange key, the orange and red key. You enter it, and Rix, it takes about 5 minutes for it to fully switch over. Everybody hears a more grinding sound as if something is off kilter. But eventually it does grind and turn and face where you want it to face.
Okay.
Things are breaking.
What?
Where
on
is
earth?
where is
What
this?
on earth? We're not in that. He hasn't moved us yet, I think.
We need a system reboot. Try turn it off and turn it back on again.
As you all get down there.
If it takes 5 minutes, I feel like Bruce would run back up and grab the warlock's body and bring it down.
I think we were in this room specifically that we were in. That's what we
Taking
were
the
waiting.
time.
We were waiting the 5 minutes for that specifically.
Like
to trigger.
once the key is entered, the wall closes.
Oh, okay, so it did close, but then we just
It just
sorry.
took a while for it to do. The
I
whole
thought we
switch.
were more like waiting outside of it to show up. So
Okay.
No.
Yeah, I am immediately going down the stairs to go there.
Are you going to do anything in that time while it's transitioning over?
Fidget nervously.
Well,
is there a
you know
reason
what?
this
I'm
is
going
taking
to
forever?
reach over
What?
and I'm going to cast another Cure Wounds on my sister really quick.
Which none of us can see you do.
Yeah.
So you just feel a hand touch you. You feel a little bit warmer.
I
And
mean,
then
I'm
you
not
get
going
the
to
sound
move
of
yet
death
just in
come
case
up
the
next to
side
you.
effect is me passing out. You get 3 points of healing more healing, Nyx.
And what was the side effect?
The healing was halved, so it was a total of 7, so it halved to 3.
Oh, okay. I thought you said
We're
passed
hearing,
out.
like,
I'm like,
a grinding
well,
noise you
Oh
said?
no, I was worried.
Mhm.
I was going to move myself back in case I was knocked out for however many minutes I healed.
You do hear grinding. Eventually, something settles and it starts to
Hey,
to
Cherry,
turn.
what is that?
It's dark. Rix
clarify.
is the only one who can see.
I'm the only one looking around. I'm like, it's taking a minute.
Do you want to search the bodies while it's dark?
Yes.
Can't see. All right.
Oh,
Oh,
search
yeah.
the bodies.
I
I'm
am
sure they
too.
won't mind.
Yeah. What?
Nothing. I was making a joke. I'm sorry.
I know, you're good. Nix is...
Nix is like, what? He's like, it's a joke. Okay, fine.
Gonna take.
I'm gonna do a search on the bodies. Since I'm the only one that can see. Some
Roll
an
investigation check, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, let's do it. Yeah, par for the course. Means if we get into a fight, I'm gonna do real well tonight, guys.
Right?
That bone armor, you are not finding any way in.
Two. I hate this game, man. I love this game, but I hate these rolls.
Who are you searching?
The bone lady.
The bone lady? Okay.
Yeah.
With your investigation check of 5. She has no bone armor on her.
Yeah, you said it disappeared, right?
It disappeared. Like you're like double checking, like feeling around, you're squishy, like you're checking muscle groups where the bone armor was, and it's just there's just nothing there. You do find a sword and a dagger.
Okay. I will add those to my arsenal for now. They're probably nothing special, except for in her hands, but you know. We'll investigate later.
In your hands.
I will. I mean, I don't. Would it take me the full 5 minutes, or could I just kind of check the other one too?
You can move on to the next one.
Okay, I'll move on to the next one.
Meanwhile, while Rix is doing that and we're in the darkness, Nix is like, so I kind of don't remember most of the battle. What happened? Is everyone alright? Is anyone hurt? And
I am too focused on not doing well.
Yeah, you fell a couple of times. Lyra fell a couple of times.
I just fell once and it fell back.
As you go to check under the plate armor of the paladin, like you kind of stick your hand down and you feel like something like slither onto your fingers, and almost as if these little teeth bite at you. Could you roll me a dexterity saving throw?
A what? Dexterity?
A dexterity saving throw.
All right, 7. Let's do this. Ah, come on.
It's like the second you feel something move, your hand is out of there so fast.
Like what?
Ow! What? You all right?
Hey Z, it wasn't just the helmet.
What?
It's the rest of his armor too, I think.
Right in the nose.
Yeah, I'm sorry. His armor's got little bitey things on the inside.
Which one?
Don't worry, the lights will come up shortly for you. They're still out, right?
Are we stuck here? Is this going to the right spot?
I hope so.
Is this how you get to Red Hearth?
I don't know. I frankly would just like to get to where we need to go and make sure your friends are safe and that some doomsday device has not necessarily been triggered.
I wasn't sure if we were in another dimension, time warp. I have no idea what's going on. Let's just say it's a little bit freaky.
I kind of glance at Nix briefly and kind of pocket that thought away for later.
Like, okay, but everyone's all right, right?
Yeah, you took the worst of it.
Oh, thanks,
Well,
really?
you fell the most.
The grinding's quieting down.
You think?
I don't know. Maybe we're just going deaf.
That's encouraging.
What?
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Nix is gonna go over and stand on the wall. As it's grinding,
And she
trying to
wanders around in the dark.
What's that?
Looking.
Like you kind of
A little to your
hand
left. A little,
crawl,
straightforward.
you trip over Guara. Rix is just giggling on the inside. No, you stand on the wall, and with putting your feet up on the wall and having contact with it, you can almost feel the grinding behind the wall as it's turning, and it's very much like if a screw was offset. Like it's going, the screw is going to turn. It's just going to take a lot longer, and it's going to probably screw up the screw.
Put the right
As-
keys in.
Yes, it was the orange key, right? The orange
And the red key.
and the red and everything.
And that's how we got up. I thought we used like green to get down.
Well, I mean, that's
Hello,
I mean,
Wait, Green, you're right.
I did what you told me to.
Jalira, whose head is working better than mine, would comment about what's right.
The green key is the right key.
Yes.
Alright, so it seems like this might not work again. It feels like it's that bad.
How did?
So we're gonna have to find out how we can get in there, fix it.
It's okay. It's okay. Jalira got a new pet.
It is. Oh yeah.
Yes. You got a new pet.
This panel is.
Are you still setting things up, Mike? Do you need us to improv some more?
Yep, keep improving. That's great. Everything's going great. Great.
This
great.
feels like longer than 5 minutes. I don't know why I thought 5 minutes was how long we were going to be here, but it just.
To be honest, the last few days have felt like almost a year.
I feel like we should be more panicked, but it's hard to keep up that level when you're just standing here in the dark.
Well, I mean, if anything, we might be able to get a little bit of
well,
rest going.
Meanwhile, Kiz is wondering, maybe we should try to break into the purple room while we're at it.
How?
We
You can't
can
even get the green door. You want to go for purple?
The wall does slow. You feel it as it's flow. You and it kind of settles in as almost as if the person who was putting that screw in just kind of jarred it one last time, and it hits, it sticks, and the door opens, heading up towards the passageway
We're gonna
that you
find
are
out
all
that
so familiar with.
Okay.
we're gonna find out that each of these access ways has like a dragon on top of it that turns it each time. It's an incredibly inefficient system.
All right.
Alright.
It's just Kenneth showing off. All right. Yeah, as soon as the door opens and I'm already like going through it. Probably before the lights even come up, I'm already like going.
Isn't that the way we came in?
Is
We're
that
heading
what we came
towards
in?
the green, right?
Wrong way. That's
I don't
back
know.
to the orange.
There wouldn't be a
You right.
Rix just
you right.
runs through the wall.
Yeah, I run through the wall. That's my
Ran
new
into the
ability.
wall.
That's a new ability I got, guys. It's called phasing. I now have a dragon mark. The traveler has
Look.
manifested a dragon mark to
Look,
me.
don't step on Kiz's territory. The wall
Keep
hurts.
clipping.
She owns that.
Oh man, the struggles of being a mounted ranger. Yeah, I am booking it. Like I'm already like here by the time the lights come on. I'm like, come on. Do we want to check out Eliana
where
and
am
first?
I?
Or?
Do you need us to keep moving?
I
Do you
think
want
I'm
us to stay
missing.
together?
You are there.
Where am I? Okay, there she is. She's hidden under a camera. We're good.
Okay. As you enter that center piece,
Does everyone
You know-
else see the suit of armor floating off in space?
Yes.
did I disable like dynamic lighting for half of my maps? Did they switch dynamic lighting on me again?
I don't
I don't
see
know.
it if that's any consolation.
Me neither.
Well,
No.
I got rid of
He
it.
deleted
really
it.
quick.
Oh,
Well, I think it was one of the
next time
One
you
of the
DM
library
us, and then we can
golems.
all mention it at the same time in unison. Really creepy, like, Mike, we can see through the walls. We've been
Hey,
assimilated.
oh, I mean,
Hey,
we
Mike.
have
We
memorized this
are
place.
White Hearth.
Hey, Mike.
Yes.
Do I see the extra keyholes?
You do see the extra keyholes, and you see that there are spectral keys floating in the keyholes. And the pillar, the platform that you're used to, that stands over the power station, has been moved, and you can go down.
Spectral keys. How does this make any?
How? How?
Nyx is just gonna go on down.
You just go down.
I
Just run
follow.
down. Yeah, we all follow down.
Follow down.
I thought we were supposed
Everybody
to get
goes-
to Colin and Odiana. Where are you guys?
I think we were trying to stop the shaking before we got to them.
If you want to
check
go
on
to them, you can do that.
I'll go with Bruce.
There's a green key.
I mean, I think Bruce still had. No, he doesn't have any keys. He gave them to Colin and Odiana.
Mhm.
I think I have a green
It was
key.
just
What
a-
else do we need?
It was just a blue key to get to them, right? Or did
I
we leave
did.
him?
No, we
Green
didn't
and
leave him in
blue.
the kitchen.
We left him
You
with
got
the
No.
captain's quarters,
You
right?
need a green and a yellow.
No.
to get to Colin and
You
Odiana.
guys left them in the forge.
So we need a yellow.
Oh, we need a yellow
Green
key.
and okay, so we get a green and a yellow for somebody.
All right.
I know what I'm doing. So,
You know
Bruce,
what
do you head
doing.
towards Odiana and Colin?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess after they all climb down.
Okay, they all climb down.
Who all's
And that-
climbing down?
All
Next,
of us
then-
except for Kiz. I think Kiz said she was going to stay
Are
with
you
Bruce.
are you still carrying all the bodies, or have you dropped them?
I was gonna say, so they all climb down, and then about 15 seconds later, two bodies just.
I would.
Bruce
I
would have been standing
gone
up there,
straight
just
for-
kind of.
I would have gone to try to find Colin and Odiana because I'm worried about Colin with the ship being destroyed.
Yeah,
Oh, yes.
that's understandable.
Okay, so
Just don't
okay.
tell him that.
For once,
Well, I'm not going to
Jameer is
tell him
totally on
that,
board
but I'm
with us for
also
splitting the
like
group.
concerned.
Yeah.
Rix, Nix, Jalira, Fixer, Boomer all climb down to the next level. Bruce, Nix,
Carrying her
Kiz,
army.
Guara, and Zanim head towards the next junction. Correct?
Yes.
Well, we'll start with them. Fart with them. Words.
Barbie friends.
Okay. You guys run down. Whoop. Activate the yellow key.
Can't see anything, but it's okay. We're not going to be here long. I'm not even on the map. That's why.
That's why.
Now you are.
Well,
Yeah,
I
no,
shouldn't
that's
be.
fine.
I'm going to take myself off this map.
Okay.
I
As long
can't.
as long as the stream can see people there, that's good.
I can't take myself off the map, but it's okay. Thank you.
Oh wait, no, Z was supposed to be there. Okay.
Colin, Odiana.
You shout down the stairs. You have no
Yeah.
answer.
Yeah, he'd run down and like look to see which way.
Oh, who we know they're.
If you kill a baby,
I'd like to do a perception or investigation to find any clues about where they've gone.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation.
Okay, I'm gonna do an investigation. I'd like Laura to do a perception based on smell.
Okay,
Just-
Gora can.
I still have frog in my miscellaneous.
Light still not working in this room. Are hidden things not hidden anymore?
I don't know how to answer that, Mike.
Hidden things
Okay.
are hidden in this room.
If it's
Looking
any
at-
There's a suit of
consolation-
armor over
if
here.
it's any
I don't know if it's supposed
consolation,
to
the
be
stream
here.
can't see everything, so I think you're doing pretty good, bud.
Cool, good. Guara puts her nose to the ground, sniffs through the air, is kind of sniffing around. Kizriel, you're like, they might have been in here.
What did she do?
But Guara ends up heading towards the library.
I scamper along slowly like a half-fiend.
Think the librarian's a good babysitter.
No.
Colin, Odiana.
Can you roll me another perception check for perception check for Guara?
Hey.
She smart kitty.
Gora ends up going over to the open bookcase where the librarian once was. And the librarian is no longer there.
You were gonna get him a book. I was gonna get him a book.
Bruce, in your wandering and searching, you do not seem to find anybody. Nobody seems to be responding to any calls.
Okay. Yeah, he would run in the chapel. I think he'd probably run over to check this room, because why not?
Mm-hmm.
And just be like, Colin? Odiana?
Z, do you see anything that looks like a spell happened?
Well, we gave him keys. Maybe they went back to, like, the rooms.
Gora continues following her scent trail.
I'm following the kitty. She's faster than me.
Okay, let's follow the kitty.
Meanwhile,
Branch.
get rid of Kiz and Quora and Bruce. It's a name. Okay.
Meanwhile, in Australia.
Do. A place that just has everything that wants to kill everybody, because Australia is that's hard level. That's hard mode there.
So that's the Moreland, right?
Right. As you guys come down to the next level, the two bodies landing on the floor above you, you run down the stairs toward the power station. You hear voices.
I grab Jalira by the hood and I pull her back.
So roughly how long should this take? Okay. Yeah, that looks good. Everything's good here. Power's functioning great. This is going to be so cool. They're going to be so happy I found this. Love, are you sure you should be playing with this thing? Look, I didn't touch the self-destruct button, okay?
Are you sure?
Oh, they're here. Come down.
I'm like,
I love you.
how?
No.
How? I can't move my character, Mike.
Okay. You want to know why you can't move your character? Because I went back and switched your character and gave your character, night vision and got rid of the token that doesn't have night vision anymore. That's why.
Hey, there we go. All right. And I'm just looking at them. What? How?
As you come running down the stairs and look down and see them, you also see an enormous statue figure standing right next to Odiana.
How?
That you recognize as the librarian.
You didn't bring him anything.
You threatened to blow all of us up, and you just leave your post?
He doesn't look away from where he's just looking at the wall.
That's very convenient. Selective hearing. I hear that's really common.
Thanks, Mr. Spock.
How did you open the door to this? What are you doing here?
I was converting Whitehearth into flight mode. You guys said that you guys needed to get out of here and somewhere quick. So I figured I'd get that process initiated.
No. See, this is why I'm really confused. How did you open the door to this room?
She points at the librarian.
This does not make sense. This is so insecure.
I'm just looking at this librarian. I'm like,
explain. I'm gonna just look at the librarian and say, explain.
I'm gonna explain. I don't.
Well, she found me in the closet. She asked me questions related to the book, and pretty much I won over his programming. I assumed control of him.
Oh,
by asking questions.
Yeah, you just have to ask the right questions to figure out what's in the right books, to get to the right reference, to figure out how he was created, and then I just kind of assumed control.
Yeah,
no wonder Kenneth wanted you guys.
That's
dead.
a kind of crypto. That's why they need to know stuff.
So
you have too many pieces. You can put too much together.
We were talking about leaving, but not immediately. Remember we said we had to go take care of some business first?
Oh. I forgot that part.
How fast can we get to Ironton, though?
Look, he told me that it could go into flight mode, and like I had to check it out. He also told me I could self-destruct it if I pulled the wrong lever.
Please
But
don't
clearly I haven't pulled the wrong lever.
Sure.
Look,
You have that
Don't.
lever.
don't put it into flight mode yet. Because
It's
just
too late.
so
That
you
process
know,
has started.
just so you know, the ship is gone. He needs to
Well,
know.
yeah, it needed a basic schematic on which to print itself off a new body.
What's going
Wait,
to
what?
happen to Colin?
Well, he's, as you see, Colin, he is kind of whittling on some little piece of something that she's put in his hand. Well, your friend Z has until I finish this. Your friend Z is coming, right? You guys did, you're obviously here, so you won your battle.
Like, I just turn and I put my hand on like the nearest surface, and I'm just like this, like, oh, is this what it was like to raise us? You're older than us, right? I just want to confirm age here right now. How old are you?
Who?
Either of you, not the child. We have an idea, general idea of how old that one is.
Mid-20s? Colin,
What if Z doesn't have any
Colin
spells
just kind of looks
left?
down and 30-ish.
What was a little louder? Say it with your chest.
I've got to focus on this carving.
Nyx is gonna head back up the stairs to try and get the others as quickly as possible.
Don't
Look. We've got 4 hours until it completes. We can pick a room to hang out in. I chose the forge room because I figured that would probably be the best room. And from there we can stay there. And I remember Jalira telling me about her rope trick. Hopefully she's got some magic that she can use to open her rope trick for like the last hour, so we can pull into an extra dimensional space and be safe while it finishes its conversion.
Just one more technicality. I would like, please, to have answered. How'd you get all the keys?
She points at the librarian.
Where did you keep all those keys?
You might have a master key.
Those aren't actual keys. Those are spectral keys that I have in my purview and charge and can distribute them at the proper command.
Do you have perhaps a spectral purple key?
I do not.
How convenient.
Oriana looks at him. Do you have a purple key that you're not telling us about? No, I do not. The purple key was kept
Because
by the leader of the group at all times.
seem What was that?
It was kept by the leader of the group at all times.
The captain of the guard.
No, not the captain of the guard. The leader of the the leader of the facility.
Was that
Did they die
individual still here when?
Unfortunately, he was away.
Yes, of course. Another
He was-
convenience. Just like, I am just getting like increasingly annoyed that this librarian proved to be such an annoyance to us and such a hindrance, and he's just like, oh, now that you know my secret passwords and they write, I am super helpful.
Don't you understand? Friendship is magic. That was the answer.
I looked at Julia
Twilight
like,
would be so proud.
it had
I don't
a
know if that was the
mimic.
character.
It had a mimic.
You're right, it did.
I don't know how friendly it could be with a mimic.
It was its only
Maybe it was a
friend.
pet.
It was his only defense.
Did kill my only conversation for the past 20 years.
I'm sure it was very stimulating.
Well, we're here now.
It tried to kill me first.
Hey, look,
As
look,
Nyx
look,
is
look,
almost up the stairs.
You stepped on it.
look. And I look to Odiana and Colin. Bruce is looking for you. And you're
He's
not
worried
in the
about you.
forge
Well, why didn't Bruce come with you guys?
Because
'Cause
we
we split up
left
as
you in the
villains.
forge.
They went looking for you.
Sorry,
See the problem.
I get.
Carry away.
I'm sure he told you I get easily distracted.
I know the
Actually,
feeling.
and she kind of turns around and looks in the room behind her and just,
I know.
like her hand kind of reaches out towards it, and Colin just grabs like puts the whittling knife between a finger and grabs her hand and pulls it back. We can't touch anything else.
I feel like at this point I'm stepping forward and grabbing Jalira before she joins Odiana. Like, no, not you two. Not you two.
Okay. I mean, okay, but we can, okay.
Where's the baby?
They have the baby, right?
Yes, the baby is there. Odiana has the.
All right.
Odiana
Is the
has the baby
librarian
in the
holding
bundle.
it?
All right. So
Remember that container on the back?
he turns around and the barnacles are like
for a moment. I really did.
right.
Nah.
It's warm and it's dark. It's just like a perfect sleeping slot.
All right. I'm just like at this point I'm just like pinching my brow like, oh my gosh. All right. 4 hours till this thing launches. You know that the mechanism where the seat is to drive this thing is like got broken wires, right? You know that, right?
The mechanism hasn't been formed yet. It
Yeah.
pulled in the head from the work bay because it needed those parts and those pieces, and it needed it as a schematic plan. You should see what I came up with. It's going to be brilliant. You're going to love it.
Okay, yes.
No, Cherry. Focus. Focus.
There's like multiple levels. It handles like a boat. It can swim. It can fly. It can walk on the ground.
Wait, hold. Just naturally, it's gonna be able to walk around and can do other things. What's the point of it? Anyway, look. Okay, listen. I'm sorry that I'm being very short with you, but this it's very surprising, and you're wanting to fly this thing out of here, which I'm sure is a wonderful idea, but it would have been very nice for us to have talked about it as a group.
I'm sorry, I was just trying to make things better for everybody. Like make sure you guys had a thing that could fly where you needed it to go.
I understand, but sometimes talking with other people, getting them all on the same page so they can weigh the risks and then weigh the benefits.
Like saving Lyrington.
Yes, like saving Lyrington, but also the risk of being seen in it and becoming an enemy to every other country in Corvair.
Well, okay,
is something that we should
librarian,
have
is there any
discussed
cloaking technology?
as a group. You've already set things in motion. So what we should do right now is, if you could, all of you, including you, Eyes the statue, let's just go back, meet with Bruce and Zanim and Kiz, and figure out what we're going to do from here with this new development, please. Shiny rock can be saved for later.
Okay.
Thank you. And I'm sitting there staring at them, waiting. Well?
Let's get you to see, Colin.
Come on.
That sounds brilliant. She
managed
to
break a piece of the chair and give you something else to whittle.
As you guys head up and progress up to the top level. Meanwhile, Bruce, Kiz, Guara, Zanim, you find yourselves following Guara's trail back into the main junction, and Guara leads you to the circular junction where everything else has taken place. Where the way down. And as they're coming up, you're coming into that area now.
Thank goodness. Thank Balinor and
Anatar.
your guy and your guy.
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're okay, Colin and Odiana. What's going on?
Odiana just kind of...
We have 4 hours until this place launches off into the sky. That's what's going on.
Cool.
I mean, gonna explode?
No, as in this place is going to fly away. With us in
Is
it.
that like a metaphor?
No. You remember that switch I told you about that said launch? And the other one said, like, destruct? So here's long story short, they made chums with the librarian, and apparently if you say the right sequence, he becomes your best friend. Who would have thought?
Bruce
Oh,
is
Cherry's gonna be
eyeing the
jealous.
librarian.
I mean,
So,
I can also be friends, right?
Odiana managed to figure that out because she asked the right questions, got the right books, and was able to decipher this. And
Just
they used spectral keys to access, courtesy of our ever helpful librarian, said with creeping sarcasm. And they went down there, and they were trying to help us. And it's a good thing we came back downstairs, otherwise it would have launched without us. In 4 hours.
Oh,
Yeah. Got inside. That's a good thing.
Because that would have been very unfortunate if we had been outside still.
So Odiana looks at Bruce. I did it. I did it.
What's happening?
I did it with style.
Bruce looks at the baby. I mean, congrats. What are we talking about?
We have an airship. An airship that doesn't require a dragon mark to fly.
With forges
We do what?
and magic
Well,
beds.
We will in
looks
down at her wrist. There's nothing there. We will in about 3 hours and 10 minutes. 3 hours.
However long it takes
minutes.
a 3D printer to.
Are you gonna take all the dead bodies with us?
Oh no, I asked the system to leave those out. It's slowly this facility is slowly going to reconstruct, pull itself apart, and put itself back together. Jalira, did you happen to keep any of your catalysts available for a rope space? Because that last hour is going to get kind of tricky. I mean, I can do it in a pinch, but I didn't have any of the components or materials with me right now.
Okay. It's the component, just a rope.
Just hand her a screwdriver.
See, just so we can, because Colin is running out of wood to whittle. Do you have any spell slots or spell magic available? Any power available to help Colin with the gesh?
I have one attempt at the moment. After that, I need to recover, and then I can try again.
Okay.
Hopefully, one will be good enough.
Well,
what would we need to do? Like prep work?
No, the facility's going to take care of itself. We just need to find some.
For the spell.
For the spell to.
Oh.
No, I don't think so. I think removing this. It was the collars that were the problem before, right? And I know that you seemed to do a little bit better when Kiz was encouraging you.
Yeah, Kiz is like right there, ready to help. She does touch her to see if guidance helps. She's not sure.
So if you want to give it a shot now, I mean, I think at some point he's gonna hurt himself.
Take a rest.
I touched the wrong spell. I did not cast Charm Person. I did not do it.
For some
That's
reason,
not the spell I wanted. Okay.
Man. Julia, you don't have any shots or anything that you can give her that might help her with this?
Let me consult Fixer.
Okay, what do I need to roll to determine whether the dispel magic works and with the guidance and
Is
stuff?
there a alacrity thing or whatever?
I think it's wisdom, or is that intelligence? That's saving throws.
Alacrity.
That's saving throws. It's only saving throws. Shoot. This, I think, is a skill check, or is it a saving throw, Mike?
This is a... she needs to roll a D. The DC is equal to 10 plus the spell slot. Specific. She needs to make an ability check using her spellcasting ability.
Yeah, it's an ability.
Okay, so the clarity is not going to help.
Give it to her anyways. Just
That's what I was thinking.
The drugs.
Would that be the
thing that works
spell
for ability
attack?
checks?
A clarity works for saving throws.
Can you give her some shard dust to snort?
So if you go to your stats and you click the
Just
number underneath.
Doing lines of dragon shard dust.
So if you go to your stats and you see intelligence, if you click the number underneath, it'll roll an ability check for you.
Does Flash of Genius do anything for her here?
Oh god.
That's a good though. That'd be amazing.
No, I don't think that's gonna help.
No, that's not gonna help. That's a natural 1.
No.
You don't have any inspiration, do you, Ames?
No, my husband does not give me
Hold on.
inspiration.
That puts
Game
her at
goes.
17.
Why would that roll 12?
So why did you get to roll a d20 for
Yeah,
that?
why is it a d20?
I think that's just a D&D Beyond thing. It's just supposed to add 3.
I think it was
never mind
you.
then.
It was kind of like you using it on yourself almost.
Yeah, never mind then.
It would just add 3.
That's a failure.
Zanim puts her hands on Colin. She's got Kizriel supporting her, which is what was the total? Like, roll me a d4 too, Zanim.
I didn't think it counted towards spells. I guess if it's an intelligence roll.
It's an ability.
9.
It's an ability check. Guidance works on ability checks, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
It's ability checks. It's Bless that does saving throws and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm. Total of 9 as you thrust out your magic into trying to dispel the magic that is on Colin. You find you're unable to do it.
Well, could we try
Do you feel anything?
I don't feel any different.
I don't
He
feel
is
like
the piece of wood that he is whittling. As you can tell from looking at it, Bruce, you see that it's a peg that would go into into the ship's wheel.
Mm-hmm.
He is nearing completion on it, and he kind of looks like he's sweating a little bit.
I'm gonna grab a block of wood out of my bag and give it to him.
Oh, good. Okay,
It's cherry wood, in case you're curious.
I can recover the energy needed to do a spell if I rest for about an hour.
Do you think you can delay that an hour?
I can slowly whittle this, I think.
Wait! If we use the beds, it only takes 10 minutes to do a short rest. Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go.
Nick starts going.
Yeah.
Nick's just like forcing her to take a nap.
At this point, we're like, go.
Go take a nap. Arcane Recovery, yay.
Now, attuning to something takes
short rest.
A full night rest, right?
Depends on the attunement requirement. Sometimes it's a short rest, sometimes it's a long rest.
Bruce would hand his shield over to Cherry.
Does it say it's attunement? Okay.
But why?
Does Nick say that as he hands it to her?
No, she wouldn't be paying that much attention, I don't think.
I think she's too busy pushing Zanim to the stairs.
Yeah, there's that. Get to the.
You rotate to the dormitory side of the.
So what, Colin? What is it you're supposed to be doing?
Working on the ship
until it's fixed.
Until it's finished, I think.
Well, isn't it finished? Oriana's done it. It's finished. Your work's done.
Odiana didn't remake the Enchantress song.
That was specific instruction. We can call this one the Enchantress's Fury.
Enchantress's Revenge.
I think we can workshop these later.
But I don't think we need the Enchantress's song.
Okay, so I have an infusion on a ring that she just whittled out. But the only thing I can make is the only thing in inventory that I could do is a signet ring. So
I'm not seeing my token.
It shows up in my attuned items, but I can't find.
You have to have a signet
Hi.
ring in your inventory, and then you have to. Sorry, I'm
I
trying
mean,
to remember how I did
there.
this.
Signet ring.
I'm just.
Yeah, spell refueling.
You go into your infusion. You go into your inventory down to the bottom where it says infusions, and you have to assign it an infusion. Or you
No,
click on the ring. You click on the
I've
ring
done
that
this
you've
already.
added.
I just can't find anything about long or short rest for the infusion.
I think it's a day.
How long it takes you to infuse an item?
I think
Okay.
it's. Hold on, let me-
An infusion is done in the morning as part of your morning routine.
Yeah, it's part of your morning routine because I played an artillerist in another game.
All right, I can't give my ring to Z.
Well, you can tomorrow.
Well, if the ring is the ring already infused?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can-
So you made
can
the
we-
infusion of the ring. So does because it's the ring itself that needs to be infused, and that's done at the beginning of the day.
And that
right?
that's done.
That's done. So we're talking about attuning it to someone else at this point.
Yeah.
Which is something I think separate, right?
That should be a short rest.
That should be a short rest.
Also, she's gonna take her ring out, and it probably has to go on Z's pinky because Chiller is tiny.
But Z, I mean, she can throw one in there, but it's not going to do her much good until a long rest.
She's going to use it as a toe ring.
A short rest.
Well,
It would be
if she's using, because when you put a spell into it, it casts the spell and uses the spell slot when you're casting it, and then you have it saved for later to use, and it just acts that way. That's how a ring of spell storing works. That's how I or
it's not a ring of spell storing.
That's not a ring of spell storing. That's a
you can
refueling
recover
spell ring.
one. Okay. Oh, okay, then if it's spell refueling, sorry, I'm confused. Sorry. The ring can be used again, can't be used again. So is it empty? Is it an empty ring?
Yeah, it just recovers a spell slot if you use it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
And she has not needed it. But or Jalira can hold on to it so we can have 2 hours of rope trick.
Let's do the give it to Z. I say give it to Z. That way we have two chances.
Get your short rest. Quick, Z, get into a bed.
In that 10 minutes, can I take Colin to the storage room?
What are you gonna do?
Odiana, are you sure it'll only take an hour? Will the rope trick hour be enough?
Well, what take an hour?
The remodeling.
The remodeling. It was 4 hours from when I started, and then we should be able to do that last hour. That should work just fine.
Okay. So I don't need.
Do you have a rope? Like, do you have extra rope? I could.
Oh, extra. Yeah, I've got whatever the starter rope is minus 5 feet because I just decided to have the 5 feet be the. So I'll give her.
Brilliant.
I find that I don't need not 5 feet. It's 10 feet. I only need 10 feet for mine.
She'll take 10 feet of rope.
All right.
Look at Bruce. Here, cut this.
Boy.
Bruce, having no weapons in his hand, will take the rope and bite it.
I just
roll me a strength check.
For your teeth.
There's a straight
hold a dagger.
If you want to make an unarmed attack, like a bite attack, go for it.
Sure, why not?
When you're ready.
Strength.
Nice.
Nom nom.
You bite the rope in half.
It's like a cartoon where it's like chink. You're really taking care of your teeth, Bruce.
You gotta like
really brush them.
sharpen them and polish them.
Yeah. I would like to pull Nyx aside.
She is in one of the she is in the captain's bed.
All right, I'm going to go to the room where you are, and kind of sit on the edge of the bed But you guys can, we can do the conversation after. You guys are doing what you're doing, but that's what I'd be doing at that point. I just want to have a little conversation with my sister.
Okay, I'm hanging out with Z.
Bruce,
Getting
Are
Hammy.
you in a
rest.
bed?
What?
Are you in a bed?
I mean, I would be.
Okay.
Bruce would have handed his shield to Cherry.
What's this for?
You?
I mean, I have a shield. I just haven't figured out how to coordinate it yet.
I mean, that battle's not exactly. Nix was saying something about, yeah, it was kind of weird for me, but I kind of feel like you need it more than I do.
Okay. I'll try to figure something out.
Yeah, I mean, I got my old shield.
Well, I was thinking about making an interface so I could like hold the shield with this one hand and hopefully. I still would need to figure out how to launch with this hand. But if I could like mount it to my arm somehow, that'd be awesome. Then I would just weave in my shield spell with it.
Plus, I mean, I got two of these. He's gonna pull out his hammers. I might see if I can figure out how to, I don't know. I'd rather you,
Muted,
Okay.
Julia.
You want to go? Sorry. Oh, I really want to take a rest, but that's something I can look into.
I mean, you just take here.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. With that, we're going to go ahead and go to our first break. Or our break. Not our first break. Our break. Haha.
Man,
That being said, thank you for watching so far. We'll see you when we're back. Welcome back to our show. The Shadow Slayers have finished fighting off the Emerald Claw, only to discover that the ground's shaking, and they discovered the source of that being Odiana having converted Whitehearth into flight mode. However, it will take some time for that change to take effect, and they are taking advantage of some time to take a rest. That being said, Jalira has received a shield from Bruce, and Jalira is going to begin interfacing that into her stuff, or who's taking a rest right now? Zanim's taking a rest. Nyx is taking a rest.
A rest.
I'm sort of.
Jalira's going to take a rest.
I'm taking a rest, but I'm just going to be talking with my sister. Nothing.
Okay.
Terribly stressful.
I would like to see if Colin would like to go to the supply closet and see if he sees anything that says, "Oh, I can use that to work on the ship." Also, if we're taking off, I want to pocket as many shiny things as possible. I believe there were bars of silver in there.
Ooh, you're right.
Okay.
You might be feeding the new.
Bruce, what are you doing?
Did you just snag my bag of holding? Do you want to just say, like, give me? And I'd be like,
I figured she'd be coming a halfling with.
He's probably just waiting in the hallway.
Okay. Okay. Colin says, sure,
Sure,
like that would be great.
Going into the closet with Colin.
Okay. Okay. Make sure I have everything set up. Come on.
while they're taking a short rest, Rogue Dragon's going to take a short rest.
Is Rogue Dragon want her camera off?
I think so.
I'll turn it off for you.
Did I?
Okay. Make sure I have the right tokens where they need to be. Paste. Okay. The librarian, upon you saying that that's what you'd like to do, the librarian waits until it is just Kizriel and Gwora waiting. Kizriel, Gwora, Colin. Where's Fixer? Is Fixer with them or is Fixer with Jalira?
What does he feel like doing?
Probably
She's going to go with them. Fixer has just kind of perched himself on the librarian's shoulder. Is occasionally poking at him. Okay.
Yes.
The librarian holds his hand out over the brown gem, and a spectral key kind of emerges from his hand, enters the gem, turns, and the door turns to face that hallway.
It wasn't locked, right?
There is no door. The hallway ends in a dead wall. Remember, please don't move your tokens until you tell me you're doing it.
So it's just a wall now?
The wall, it is just a wall.
I think that room's been converted. Or being converted right now.
All right.
The librarian just stares at the pedestal in front of him.
Mr. Librarian, do you know if the big room where the dragon was has already been converted?
The room upstairs is in the process of being converted. This room itself was converted. The kitchen is already undergoing conversion as well. The prisons, they're going to have a little bit problem. That's why it's going to take as long as it is because of the damage there.
You want to take this ladder?
It'll claim itself. The ladder will absorb into the system.
No. I'm trying to find something for Colin to work on.
Your friend will recover soon, correct? Though if she doesn't, that could be problematic.
Do you have any suggestions, sir? Can you cast a spell magic? There's a little halfling staring up at this a suit of armor.
You see the statue sigh. Yes.
What? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Can you try it now? He
I
needs the
suppose.
Gesh dispelled on him. Is that right? Is that what we did? Should we?
Mm-hmm.
She's looking at Colin like, I mean, are you okay with this?
Colin looks a little wary at the statue. The statue looks a little reluctant because the statue's not moving. I mean, it's hard because he doesn't have facial expressions, but
We can wait.
the statue attempts to cast Dispel Magic and is not successful.
Oh, I should have given you guidance. I'm afraid to touch him though. Is that the only time you can do it? You can only do it once?
Just want to point out, kids tend to have the thing for physiques, and he has rock hard left.
How do you feel about a stone cold boyfriend?
I could try again.
Guidance? Now Guara's watching and it's just I'll see first. All right. We'll wait till we're back with the others. Shall we go back to the
clearly
others?
Powerful magic. I could try again one more time.
Well, let's go see if Odiana can do anything to help, because Jalira and Zanine were resting.
Okay.
So when it absorbed that room, what happened to the silver? Is it just mixed in with everything else? Can this facility just like spit out whatever material it wants? And just be like,
That seems to be how
I would like
Odiana has set it up. I do believe that she included leather crafts for you in the new forge room.
That's cool. I mean, I was gonna go up to like, so is there like a hole in the wall where I could just say, T O Gray? And see
Well,
if they just
that would
talk.
probably be in the kitchen area. I don't know if she designed that particular mode to give you tea, but everything you would need to make tea will be there.
Julia knew the reference.
What reference?
I did.
What'd you say?
Tea, Earl Grey, hot.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Granted, you've been watching Voyager lately, so you probably would have been like, coffee, black, hot.
Tea, Earl Grey. That's classic. That's timeless.
Okay.
He is timeless.
5 minutes has passed in that moment. I'm going to go ahead and go to Rix and Nyx in their private conversation.
I kind of moved to sit on the bed, just letting her get some rest and, kind of relaxing myself too. But I'm like,
Are you alright?
you said you didn't remember much of the fight.
No. I haven't done that in a while.
Who's Echo?
That's my code name.
I know it's your code name, but who is she?
I'm not sure what you mean. She's me.
I don't want to cause you distress and perhaps, but I need that last conversation you had with Bruce. What was it about?
Well, I started off trying to ask him about training him in anger control and emotional control.
Which
Then we ended up somehow talking about, because I think he already thought he knew where it was going. We talked about my time as a slaver and about how I need to make up for what I've done. There's a lot of people that are still hurting because of what I did on a mission. And that's fair.
you were very upset when you left from your shift.
It just...
I'm used... I expect them not to understand the work that we do. And the fact that, for many of the comforts that people feel in Sean, it requires us to do things that they deem unspeakable. And we don't enjoy our work. I don't know if he realizes that. I don't know if they really understand that we never enjoyed our work, but we did it because we felt like we had to. That it was
At least for a while I did. And that's understandably disgusting to think about. And I mean, I guess...
Did they ever give you this scenario during our training? Where they talked about the train?
Horse.
Where they talked about the train on the tracks? The runaway train?
Yes.
and you have the people on the tracks, and on the other track there's a child, and you only have time to pull the lever, and you either save the child or you save the people. And you don't have time for a third option because someone's going to die.
I know. I've heard that conversation so many times, and I hate it every single time.
I hate it too. It doesn't mean that we have to like what we do.
No.
But there are many of the things early on where that's how they presented the problem. If we don't do something, other people are going to get hurt. And if we do nothing, people are going to get hurt anyway.
Yeah.
I don't like it either, and it never brought comfort to me. I think but it brought a reality of how the world works. Because we like to think that we're doing the right thing. When the people we just killed, I didn't ask why that man, that other changeling, turned his back on the traveler. Never even crossed my mind. I think it's good to want to try to make the world better. But there's going to be times where the decisions that we face are going to be really ugly. You and I are maybe a little better prepared for that situation.
Yeah. I just found what Bruce's tolerance limit was. I found what he wouldn't accept about me, and that's fine. It hurt, and I don't know, kind of went all moody or whatever, but...
No, that's not what happened. You didn't... See, I think I've met Echo before. I just didn't realize that Echo was you, but wasn't you.
I'm not sure what you mean.
How much do you remember of how you reacted after you thought Bruce, or if you found out, I suppose, that when you thought Bruce was dead and when you found out he was alive?
The time when I thought he was dead wasn't bad.
When you found out he was alive, how much do you remember of that?
Look, I know there was a time, probably a couple of years, when I felt like everyone abandoned me, and I don't remember very much of what I did.
I kind of sit closer on the bed and I look at her like, our job and what we are requires us to take on different shapes. Not just faces, but entire identities. I suspect there's an identity that you have, the one you call Echo, your work identity, that's developed into something more than just a face you wear. I don't know why she came out. Because when she was talking to me, she wasn't saying she was hurt. She was saying you were. Maybe Seek might have better insight into this. She thinks she has much more intimate idea of what's going on in your head. But you were in the fight, but it wasn't you.
So that's what you were talking about on the stairs.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
thought she was still around. I wasn't sure if you'd come back. When you'd come back, I suppose. I guess
I'm not sure I can tell you that either. That's kind of scary.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No. I think Bruce wants... I think he has a line. But I think if you would cross that line and there was no feeling of warmth or anything for you, I don't think he would have let you live. Gods, I regret telling them about the kids. Well, the kid. They don't know that they were kids.
I'm scared to tell them.
I don't know if they'll ever be ready for that conversation.
Probably not.
But maybe in time it's not that they won't care to know or they don't need to know, but it's more about who we are now instead of who we were.
She didn't hurt anyone, did she?
No, I mean, other than the people who deserve to be hurt, sure, but I think she got really hurt.
I kind of remember that.
She went down a couple of times. She's used to working alone, I suspect. I don't fully understand what it is, but I think it's important that you should be aware of it, that she's there.
Do it now.
I think she was trying to protect you.
Protect me? Oh. Well, that's another...
Again, these are all just theories. I've never had a persona that went that deep. I suppose I sort of did. Used it most of my life. But not like that. There was a coldness to her that I did not recognize. At least not as you.
Yeah.
Do you want to meditate for a bit? Have a conversation with Seek? Or maybe you should just rest. You look like hell.
Feel like it, too. Would you be alright if you hold me?
got you, sis.
Hmm?
I said, yeah, I got you, sis.
Thanks.
Okay. I just, put my arm around her and we take our short rest.
Okay, that conversation took 10 minutes.
Sorry.
Watching the clock.
Okay.
That's like that 10 minutes kind of happens. Being in the bed, resting, you feel as if you should have gained the benefits, but you don't.
Dang. Maybe it's the bed. This bed. Oh, maybe.
We'll have to see if Zanim got her rest.
Gods, I hope so.
We need her to be better now.
Anim and Jalira would have known that the bed in the hallway does not provide the benefits. It has to be one of the beds on one of the stands in one of the rooms.
Which is why you didn't get the benefit.
No.
Oh.
Again, as you guys wake up after that 10-minute break of period, you find that you have not gotten a short rest. About halfway through that conversation, the turret would have rotated back where Bruce could access the main pillar, but Colin, Kizguara, and Fixer and the librarian would have walked back into the main area. So, Kiz, is there anything else you would like to have done in that 5-minute period before they figure out that their rest isn't working?
Could I drill him for questions about the morning?
Did you want to talk to Odiana about helping him help
Well,
Colin?
yeah, but I thought
Isn't
this
that-
was on while we were waiting for the to get back to Odiana. But yeah, when we get back, I was gonna go back to Odiana and see what her ideas were.
Bruce, in that 10-minute period, do you do what you told me you did?
Yeah, probably.
Bruce enters the circular hallway and goes down the hatch into the power control area because nobody brought the bodies up from that lower level.
Rip.
And then a couple seconds later, the bodies come flying up through.
Nice.
Bruce would climb back up, drag them into the hallway, and strip them of their belongings.
Watch out for that shit, that armor man.
Okay. Anything else you're doing while you're looking through these bodies?
Nope. He's just removing any and all equipment.
Okay. You gain a shield, plate armor, a warhammer, and a big old heavy maul from the back of the paladin.
Shield, plate armor. I think I missed one.
Maul.
I got the maul.
Warhammer.
Shield, plate armor. Warhammer. Thank you. Okay.
At some point,
From
we're just gonna have to fling stuff at people, and we won't care if we lose it because we still have like a million things on us.
From the fighter, you gain a dagger.
Another one?
A dagger and a shield.
Okay. Yeah. They're in a pile, like here. These
Go right.
birds are just kind of stripping things off them and tossing it to the side.
Go back to the right circle and find the body pile. Where's the body pile? There. Nope, they're not in that one. They're not in that one. Okay,
Things.
we're just gonna say they're there.
DM things. Where's the body pile?
Oh, it's back behind the little chapel.
There's the body pile.
Second pile.
Okay, where do you put the equipment that you have looted from the bodies?
I mean, he's literally just like tossing it to the side. So it's just like in a pile over there.
again, pulling the plate mail off of the paladin's body, you find it's difficult. And as you pull off the breastplate piece, you see the wriggly tentacle things that Rix had been shouting about in the dark.
I was gonna say, does he find it difficult?
Like
I wasn't trying to take it up. I was just trying to loot it.
Like ripping it off of his flesh just leaves these holes. He's not wearing a gambeson under this plate armor.
I mean, Bruce is removing everything from these bodies.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
The paladin's body is covered in minuscule, tiny, what look like bite marks that have burrowed up and under the flesh. And as you pull it off, the whatever blood is left in him kind of slowly oozes out of those marks. And it's in the main breastplate, it's in the arm pieces, it's in the thigh pieces.
Bed bugs.
Nice.
Yeah, he's gonna toss it in a corner. I don't know at what point, if he finishes before they get done, or when he finishes up, he's gonna take the two bodies and drag them into the bathroom and throw them into. If they won't fit in the chamber pot, he's just gonna leave them in stalls.
Which stalls would you like to leave them in?
Stall. Sorry, Mike. Stall. They're not getting separate ones. Where's the one he broke?
I can't.
That's
wait
right,
for
he
one
broke
of
one.
us- I can't wait for one of us to try using a bathroom and open it and just find two naked dead bodies.
So he would probably take a moment to see if he could fit either of them in a chamber pot just to get rid of it. And then when he can't, he would just turn and toss the bodies into the one that he broke and close the door. Then come back
You
out.
find that
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
that's
get the head. You find that you can get the head in, but the shoulders won't compact enough for you to. Unless you want to make me a strength check.
Do you want to make a strength check?
Didn't you do something similar to this?
I feel like
Where-
with a strength check, like even if you fail, you're still like a +9, a +11. Okay, it's a +6. Ooh.
You find that you just can't squish the bodies down far enough to get in.
Okay,
Ew.
yeah, then he tosses them in the stall and closes it. Odiana said something about the bodies getting something. They're fine.
Wasn't there another? Yeah. So the other dead bodies that were in there originally, are they gone now?
Yeah, dead bodies seem to have been removed.
She just leaving them to rest in the Mournland, or did they get absorbed?
Where do you think that food's coming from?
Oh.
You know,
Don't joke about that. Don't joke about that. Don't joke about that. That's one of Julia's triggers.
So 10 minutes passes as Bruce shuts the stall door behind him and walks down the hall.
Don't make the same mistake I did and prepare a whole encounter only to regret it as soon as you put it into action.
Aw, it's nice that you regretted it.
Did you regret it? Did you?
I mean, it makes for a funny story now, but at that moment,
Yes.
I was sitting there, I was like, and they're like, yeah. Oh no.
It makes for a funny
no.
story now.
I'm glad we can laugh about it now.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Bruce
10
gonna
minutes
start
passes.
Smoking.
10 minutes passes. No short rest has been gained.
I think the magic is shifting around. Whatever was powering them is no longer giving them the benefits of a short rest.
Maybe you can try again when we're all in the rope trick.
I mean, to be
Well,
honest, you guys could
It's
just take
not.
a short
We
rest.
just have to take a short
Yeah, so you have
rest.
to take a full short rest, so we have to do the full hour.
Yeah.
I mean, you're
Okay.
6 the way there.
I'm sorry. Okay, just anxious.
Yep. Do we need to tell them somehow that it didn't work and I need to stay down here for another 50 minutes before I can try again to help
No, they can
Colin?
go too.
Where's the librarian? Where's the librarian? Where's the librarian?
librarian, sir, Mr. Sir.
Sir?
I befriended a teleportation spell. Is there a way to know if it's okay?
The teleportation circle was one of the last rooms that Odiana requested to be changed. If you would like it to... I don't know. How does it... I'm not entirely familiar with...
So it
Something
hasn't
you
changed
don't
yet.
know?
It has not... That room has not been changed yet, no. But if there is a living creature in there, it could potentially be harmed.
Okay, I'm gonna go get it. Anybody want to come get me to get the I'm gonna go get the
Do you want to ask Odiana to like make sure it's just like
Weirdly,
Huh.
no books about living spells.
so
in
it
the
needs to be in the rope trick with us?
It'd be really awkward and stuffy in there, I'm just saying.
Because it is a creature that is made out of teleporting.
Are we just gonna accidentally get teleported?
It might be fine. I'm just saying it might be okay.
Let's ask
But
Odiana.
still.
Let's go get it.
It's a good idea
no,
to go
you
get
rest.
it.
Don't you? Why don't you
Yeah,
rest? See?
I would go, but I also feel the need to stay here and rest to help Colin as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, the librarian can also do dispel magic one more time. He tried twice and they didn't work, so I was wondering if you and Odiana had any ideas of how
Odiana
like
turns and looks at the librarian with this look of hurt and crushed. You didn't tell me? And the librarian just quietly stares off at a wall.
He didn't tell you because he wants Colin dead so he can have you for himself. He'll raise that baby. Can already carry it longer than Colin can. Hey, Mike, can I get inspiration? I'm just
broke our
kidding.
DM.
I think
It's
you
just-
broke him for a minute. It's a pretty good shot, Christy. Was not expecting that one.
Now, see, the worst part of that was what I pictured was Fixer saying this to Odiana.
Oh gosh.
Was Fixer just like,
Do you really need him? Puts his like little wing around her shoulder.
However, I can try again if that is the request.
What if you like all tried at once? Can you like channel it together?
Spell the dispel.
What if you crossed the streams?
Don't cross the streams.
Have you heard of the astral plane?
Yes.
Do you know what happens when you put a portable hole inside a bag of holding? Don't
Oh.
cross the stream.
Bruce is wondering where in the Talenta Plains is the Astral Sea.
In her eyes. Sorry.
I'd like to ask Odiana if she knows. I mean, a lot of the several spells came alive in the morning. I want to. There's one I'd like to save if I can. Do you think it'll be okay, or should I go find him?
Yeah, we probably need him wherever we are. Is it a him?
find
Is it
him, go
her?
find
Is it
him.
an it?
It's an
What
it.
is it?
Technically, it's an it.
Oniana's like, I understand all those words individually.
Okay, I'm gonna go run get the teleportation spell. Does anybody want to come with me? Please.
I feel like at this
Yeah,
point,
okay.
Rix and Nyx are probably close to passing out. We're tired.
I go with. I
You
drag
go?
both characters at the same time.
Is there any way that, like, since we both have this spell, that somehow we could help each other and be more effective if library guy and I tried to do it together.
You just said I would open a hole to the astral plane.
Well, that was if we crossed streams, but we're not going to do that.
No, you stand on opposite sides of him. So it's like a Kamehameha.
Oh,
I don't know,
no.
maybe since we're both level like 3 or 4, as soon as I get my rest, we could like run it at a level 6. I mean,
That actually really
don't-
wouldn't help.
No, because it still has to. You still have to roll it. I'm pretty sure this thing was cast at least at 8th level at least. I think. I would not be surprised if it was cast at 9th. Because this feels like endgame stuff.
dun 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 dun.
Okay. Bruce, you said you started smoking. Are you going with them or are you smoking? Or are you smoking while going with them?
I think he was gonna see if any of that was magic.
Why, yes, everything that you looted off of the people was magic.
Oh. I'll start touching things. To identify.
Okay. You find a +2 shield,
Nice.
a vicious dagger,
Oh,
No rigs.
that's okay. I have plenty of daggers.
It's a vicious dagger.
What a haunted dagger. That thing's nasty. I actually use it.
Should we get one to Z?
No.
I wouldn't mind a more interesting dagger.
What did I... Okay, I did the shield, the dagger. Have I done anything else yet? Sorry.
No, I don't think so.
That's it so far.
Okay, a +2 warhammer, a +2 maul, and +1 plate mail.
Yeah, but we gotta like wash it or something first.
As you're, taking the time to actually examine it, identify things, the outside of this plate mail does looks like normal plate mail. However, as you're looking on the inside of the plate mail looks like black chitin. The little tentacly things seem to have withdrawn into it. However, there are veins that kind of pulse and glistening sinews that move along to it. This looks pretty nasty on the inside.
Bruises. Oh. Weird. Was there... Because there were 2 shields. Was there anything to do with the other shield, or was it just a normal shield?
It's just a +1 shield.
Okay. So yeah.
Okay. And I do believe that requires you taking time to concentrate on things, correct?
A minute per item.
Minute per item. And the charge in the pipe lasts for how long?
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you're good. Time-wise, you're good. However, it does take that time to sit down and do that. At which point, Kizriel and Jalira have left and gone to the teleportation circle room.
Okay.
Unless you tell them to hold up and wait.
Bruce, just to check. Bruce was in the hallway. Did he hear them saying that they were going to go? Or
Mhm.
Yeah.
okay, he
And
probably,
probably
be
as we passed, we were like, we're gonna go get the transportation circle spell.
okay, do you need to come?
If you want to, I think we'll be okay. You know what? Here, I'll keep fixing. Can you stick with them? And I can.
I mean,
in
if
case
you
something
wait a couple minutes, I was just checking this stuff.
Okay, we can do that. We can
Okay.
do that.
This is pretty gross. He's gonna hold up part of the plate now.
Ew.
I wonder if they have gum.
It like, I don't know, it like wiggles at people.
Did I decide that I gave C the ring or not?
I think you did give her the ring.
You did give Z the ring.
Yep.
For her to attune to over this period of time.
Okay.
Bruce would let her know what the things are, but let her know that plate's weird. He'd probably keep one of the +2 shields and just let her take everything else to put in the bag of holding or do whatever she wants with for now.
Okay. Anything else after that?
Yeah, he's done.
You guys make your way to the teleportation circle.
Make a noise.
Of course, trying to get through the far junction that leads down to it ends up taking more time than it should. Not as long as coming down from the previous the workshop area, but it does take it's not an instantaneous whoop turn and change. It does take a minute or two for that to.
Bruce will smoke the last of what's left in the pipe.
As you go down the hallway that's there, you see that the blades that were like the ones that had stuck up and were there have all disappeared. The rock pillars have all disappeared.
Are you showing us that map, or are we theater mind?
We're theatering of the mind this one.
Because it's changed.
It's as if all the extraneous stuff there has been pulled back for use in other things. You find yourself at the door to the teleportation circle room. It appears to be unchanged. Though the broken bits of the seal that had been busted out of it by Bruce seem to have been cleaned up and absorbed. Are no longer in the room.
Lantern with us?
Wait, what?
Do we have the
The
lantern?
lantern with you guys.
I could pull it back out.
I'm just wondering.
She just put it away. She thinks we've seen everything there is to see in White Hearth. That's
fine.
probably not right. But
I'm wondering if there's just hundreds of unseen servers around us doing random crap. Bruce is not concerned.
all right, it's gonna stay in the backpack.
Okay, you approach the circle. As you approach the circle, the spell slowly lifts its head up and looks at you.
Hey,
It still bears faint purple streaks in it,
okay, but faded.
but it has faded. The purple color has faded from it, but there are still streaks that kind of like collect on runes along its body where there's still you can still see some of the purple from it eating the kyber dust that you fed it.
You're in
It looks
danger here.
It looks immediately at wherever you had stowed or pulled the kyber dust from, and just kind of like locks onto it, whether it was in your bag or a pouch. It just kind of locks its sight on wherever it was.
I know that this circle was your home. It's likely to be destroyed. I just wanted to give you a heads up. I felt like you deserved to know. I'd like you to come with us so that you could survive.
Go ahead and roll a... what did we say that was?
Animal handling or persuasion?
Animal handling was the baby.
Animal handling was the baby. That is.
Confirmed.
2 seconds. 2 seconds. Roll me an Arcana check.
Oh, baby.
It seems focused on your bag, as if the words that you've spoken to it don't seem to have clued it in that you're really talking to it. It is kind of getting closer to you.
I'll give you some if you promise to come with.
And be nice.
Roll me a charisma check. Are
Tell him to
you
be,
proficient
tell him to
in
be
any
nice.
skills?
No, she is not.
Everybody's its friend.
Am I proficient in what?
Any of the
Persuasion.
You've got persuasion? Yeah.
Yeah,
Go ahead and roll me a persuasion check.
Because you're a guild artisan or something, right? That's the impression I was getting as far as your.
Is there any guidance happening right now, or
I can do my flash of inspiration. Like, oh wait, you didn't. Well, you didn't seem to like that. What else can we do?
Well, I think you give it some, but tell it it needs to play nice with everybody, okay?
It'll be okay. We'll take care of you. I promise.
I'll give you guidance now, but I don't think he'll let you do another persuasion roll.
I mean,
this one's going to have to?
it'll be +3, so 12.
Give me a.
You weird snake thing. This room gonna crush you, not here or die.
Bruce, roll me a intimidation check.
This is gonna be
Doesn't
low.
need to understand him.
Oh
you know?
my!
It doesn't need to understand him, you know? Big scary man, tell me go, I go.
We'll play nice.
As Bruce is trying to attempting to communicate with it, it pulls back a little bit and then tries to sink itself down into its circle again.
No.
Go ahead and roll me another persuasion check, Rogue Dragon.
No, it's
With guidance.
This was a success.
You scared it back again.
You intimidated it.
Okay, so what guidance is another D4?
Yeah.
What I roll? The cat's in the way.
16.
16 total. It does kind of pop its head back up and look at you and look at Bruce and look at you and look at Bruce and look at you again.
All right, I'm gonna get out some dust.
I like this. Bruce is very tiredly saying this, but his shirt is partially open, and the dragon mark on his chest is what's actually intimidating this thing.
All right, I'm gonna get out 2 pinches of regular, just some normal quality Sybaris dust.
Ooh, Sybaris.
Give it the crap stuff.
I know, right?
Bruce says that.
Don't give it the good stuff.
I mean, if Bruce is aware enough, he'd be like, no, don't give him like the bad stuff.
Just imagine him just kind of muttering, like, what are you doing?
I hope Odiana told the system to save all the dragon shards that are kicking around all over the place.
Well, that's, yeah.
Another reason we should have
That
a
room that was
conversation.
just full of.
So I've got a couple of pinches of dragon shard. Just like, come with us. I can give you a pinch now and a pinch later.
It kind of leans forward, like as it kind of leans forward towards you. Lowers its head down to your hand.
And your
Make
hand
for me.
teleports.
Make for me a dexterity saving throw.
You about getting bit by a teleportation circle, y'all.
No. Oh, she's fine.
As
Go
its
for it.
mouth goes to clasp over your hand, you kind of like rip your hand back and it grabs the dust in midair. And you're just like, because there's a startling second of, if it bites you, it might take you somewhere. And that would be counterproductive.
Bruce would be like, hey!
Right.
Step forward a little bit.
Kind of leans away from Bruce.
Maybe next time I'll use a spoon.
Don't we have like? Don't you have some
The
kyber?
airplane, the little airship. Feeding it like a baby.
Don't you have like a whole kyber crystal?
Rix has them
I have them.
Can't we just like lock it in there?
in the crystal.
Yeah. Isn't that what kyber crystals are good for? Locking things in there?
Only if it wants to be.
You do seem to have its attention, and it is willing. It seems willing to follow you now,
Come on, let's go.
though it is weary of Bruise. Wary of Bruise, not weary. Wow, brain.
We're weird.
The party is weird, yeah.
Party's just weary.
All right, come on. We'll be safe.
Okay. You guys proceed to head back. As he gets like out of the room, he looks back at his circle and looks at you and looks at the circle and looks at you and looks at the circle and is torn, but comes with you.
I know what you're feeling, buddy.
Bruce is side-eyeing it the whole time.
I had to leave my home behind too.
Okay. You guys make it back to wherever are you heading back to the rest of the group?
Yeah.
Very awkward, very long turning of the turnstile with this giant thing.
And it's in the dark,
Like,
so you can't even tell what it's doing.
As the purple continues to diffuse out of it, it does seem like it's going back down to its more original size. It's still a fairly large thing, serpent-like creature that is following you around, but it is now not huge anymore.
That's a relief.
Though you are feeding it pinches of dust, so. Which dust are you giving it again?
It's regular Cerberus.
Okay. As opposed to purple taking effect over its body, you do start to see some runes start glowing in gold.
Because that's the kyber color.
Cerberus color. Cerberus shards are gold. Kybers are purple.
Sorry, I'm a ranger.
It's fair.
Cool. We make it back to the main group. I'm going to say that took probably the rest of the hour for the short rest to convince it to come with you. The awkward waiting, the pauses.
Are we allowed to roll hit die?
The hour heads up. You guys receive a short rest.
I'm gonna roll some hit
Yay.
die.
Me too. How many hit die can I roll?
How many did you have?
One.
Shalira, where did you hide those crystals that you found the morning before the battle?
She put them in her bag. I forgot about them. What
Just, keep an eye on it. Make sure snow stays out of your bag.
oh,
We're all watching it like,
where were my notes about that?
Bruce, as you're walking down the hall as this hour concludes, you notice there's a slight glowing hammer on Cherry's bag that wasn't there before.
There's my notes. 3 curious gems, parentheses, fixer poop, question mark.
We called it fixer poop.
no, that's right.
I'm rolling.
What's with the 19 again?
18. It's a 19. Ooh, that's right.
How recently did it seem like he didn't see it on the way down to the teleportation circle?
Yeah, he didn't see it on the way down. He didn't see it when she was fishing around for the dragon shard dust. Like it's upon coming back into this area that you notice this is kind of very faintly bloop, bloop.
Bruce is gonna poke it.
Cherry, he pokes your bag.
He's just like,
You okay?
yeah.
You okay?
I was just seeing if your button did anything.
Her fusers literally look like little buttons, so that's what she's assuming he's talking about.
Bruce will poke it again.
Which button are you talking about?
The Onatar one. The hammer, right?
You see that there's indeed a kind of slowly pulsy glowing hammer on your backpack. Or on whatever bag you stored these crystals in.
I would just
Touching
like
it
to
doesn't seem
point
to
out
do anything.
that she had the same exact reaction. So
She goes in and pokes it too. I love it.
Yeah, keep it sure.
I'll have to.
this is how scientists work.
If you're a geologist, you'd lick it.
Yes.
If it was a rock, Bruce would have.
Nice.
He didn't learn his lesson from the crystals.
He doesn't remember the lesson from the crystals, does he?
Yeah, he does.
Probably.
Okay. Do you open the bag?
Not at this time.
Okay.
She wants to get everybody together.
Okay. Everybody kind of gathers together. Short rests and spell slots are recovered.
I show Odiana my new friend.
Odiana adores it.
Does it take scratches and stuff, or just tries to get in your bag the whole time?
I'll put his reward dust on the ground.
He kind of puts his mouth over the dust and it absorbs up and into him.
And part of the floor.
Can I give it scratches?
As you reach out to touch it, you think maybe now's not the best time.
Okay, you know
Lean
what?
over to Nyx and I'm like, it's doing lines on the floor.
Hey, Bruce pet one with magic. He at least didn't try to touch a living spell.
Okay.
Seem oddly talented at that, kids.
Hey, she's been around. She's met some people.
Okay. Is there going to be an attempt on lifting Colin's spell?
Yes.
Okay.
I go poke and I poke you.
She's been attuned to it now, so she has 2 chances, right?
I have a 3rd level spell slot and a 4th level spell slot.
Oh, that's right. You're
I'm going to
Arcane
start
Recovery.
with the
Oh.
4th level spell slot.
Cherry, Odiana, transportation circle. Anything anybody can do to help? Can we hold hands and say kumbaya?
Well, I can try watching and see if I think of anything.
What's kumbaya?
My druid mentor, she would swears and helps us like join in unity with each other in nature. But
Roll the dice.
Well, it's not uncommon, I can tell you that.
Goblin.
Okay, tis time, Zanim. Roll it.
it may just be druidic.
And you can roll it at advantage.
With guidance, right? Did you give her guidance?
Yes. Kiss is there trying to be super supportive.
Supportive mom.
Roll me an intelligence check.
What do you want?
Okay, I am casting it at the 4th level.
Plus a d4. $18.
Well, you said roll at advantage, so should be able to
Mhm.
roll another time.
Okay. And Julia's gonna try to share her thoughts about random.
You can use Flash of
Are you gonna
Inspiration.
use Flash of Inspiration?
Yeah.
Do we remember
Plus
what the
3
DC
again.
was?
Dang it.
Well, no, it was at advantage, remember? So it'd be the 17 plus 8 plus 3. So that would take it to
21.
21.
Is there anything else you guys want to add on this?
I took a short rest, that's right. Wait a second.
I mean,
I
can
don't
I
think I
use
can-
2 flashes of inspiration for the same
think
check?
I have anything.
Oh, God. Oh my goodness. She has
Okay.
a cat who's trying to attack her hand on the mouse.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm a slashy dashy person.
Zanim, as you lay your hands on Colin, and as the librarian lays his hands opposite of yours, not crossing, but together, you reach into the well of magic that the learned magic that you've taught yourself, and you thrust your will against the spell, holding Colin constrained by this gash. And you feel it crumble. Slowly at first, and then almost as if something extra gives a little oomph. And the spell fails. The spell falls. Colin is no longer affected by the gash.
Hallelujah.
Yay!
Okay. I might be crying a little. Okay.
Get some apples out of the bag. That's the only thing I can
And
think
that's
of. Oh, wait, no, there's some
where
wine
we're
in
going
there.
to end tonight's session.
Get out the good stuff.
I will try
Apples?
to remember that for next time.
No, we have wine.
Oh yeah, we do have wine. I think Grix would agree to wine right now.
Yeah, but we
The
already
good
used
stuff.
exquisite wine.
And
still got a good
that sending came to you in Book's voice. Sounds good. Thank you for watching. And we look forward to seeing you next time.
Okay.